I'm Dana Denha, and you're watching FYI. Most of us would agree that 2020 has not been a great year for the health and wellness of people all over the world. Compile the current pandemic with the fight for your life against cancer, and outlooks can seem bleak. But there's a nonprofit here to help you through some of the darkest times in our health history, and they're even making it fun in the process. Joining me is Bonnie Dockham, Executive Director for the Cancer Support Community of Greater Ann Arbor. Welcome back to the show, Bonnie.
Thank you, and thanks so much for having me again.
So can you just fill us in a little bit about what the cancer support community does and how you support people with cancer and their families?
Absolutely. So the Cancer Support Community of Greater Ann Arbor provides free cancer support services for all people impacted by cancer. So that might be the person undergoing treatment, their spouse or partner, including their children and friends and family. So really the entire network. And everything that we do is provided free of charge and is evidence-based, meaning that it has been shown to be beneficial to people who are experiencing cancer in their lives. And that might be a support group for people who really need that extra support around the emotional impacts of cancer, or it might be a nutrition class for people who are trying to take control over side effects or make healthy lifestyle changes as they move through their treatment. We have 5 main pillars of support services, the first being support, the second being educational workshops where we bring in physicians and nurses to talk about various areas of cancer and its treatment. We have the healthy lifestyle component. So we have dozens of exercise classes that are modified for people, some people who have never really exercised in their life before, and this is their first time in trying to do that, and others who have had exercise be a huge part of their life, but we have to make modifications now because of their cancer. We also have children's programming that falls under the healthy lifestyle and the support pillars. So children who have a parent with cancer or cancer themselves. And then we have a resource allocation, which is actually something that before several years ago was really just us helping people get linked to the right resources if we didn't provide them. But in the last couple of years, we've added a financial assistance program, which provides actually support for families who are unable to have their basic needs met because of their cancer, financial toxicity as a result of cancer and its treatment. So we've actually been granting out financial grants for people to pay for things like their rent and groceries, and we've seen obviously a significant need in response to the impact of COVID compounding with cancer and its treatment right now.
I'm sure, yeah. I mean, cancer alone and the treatments, I'm sure before COVID and everything was just, I mean, it's like one of those financial drains, and it's like you want to do everything you can to save your life or your family member's life. So it doesn't, you'll do it no matter what. But yeah, I mean, you could end up in a situation afterwards where you're not doing well. So you guys are here to help in those situations where like you can't work when you have cancer. You know, it's hard to work. It's hard to keep going to work every day.
Right. And you shouldn't have to choose between refilling your prescriptions or getting your treatment and paying your copays or putting food on the table for your family. That should never be a decision that people in our community have to make. And so this fund really helps in that way.
So you mentioned COVID, and, you know, obviously it's had to affect your operations because people with cancer are obviously going to need to be away from people more so than people that are healthy at the moment. So what are you doing to sort of evolve with the time, with the pandemic going on, and how are you helping people?
Yeah, I'm really proud of our staff and our organization about how quickly we were able to respond and swiftly change our operations so that we can meet the needs of our community, because we know that people with cancer are immune compromised, and we knew early on that they are folks who are at the highest risk of complications from the coronavirus. We started planning to go virtual before it was expected that we were going to have to do so. So we had approached that as this is a preliminary plan. We hope that we don't need it, but if we do, we will be ready. And so when the announcement came that there essentially was going to be a quarantine, we were able to flip the switch almost literally, and move from all in-person programming to online programming. We didn't miss a single day of programming. And in fact, our attendance has increased 32% since we went virtual, which we were a little surprised about.
Because it's easier, you know, you don't have to leave the house to do it.
You don't have to leave the house to do it. And I think people are also, as we know, are socially isolated right now and don't have the same social supports that they would have during a normal time. And so people were hungry for that connection. And so we've been really proud to be able to not only continue, but update those services for the people who need it.
Well, before the show, we were talking about obviously the stay-at-home orders lifted. We're feeling a little ease off our shoulders with the pandemic. But I mean, yes, we've seen the numbers go down of people that are contracting COVID, but it's still really important to make sure that the people we know that are in the fight for their lives against cancer are staying away. So the cancer support community is going to be continuing their virtual tour, I guess I'll call it for now, for a while, right?
Yeah, so we've been coordinating. We're part of a national affiliate network, and I've been coordinating with the 2 other affiliates in Michigan to sort of collaborate together and make a plan that feels safe for our membership. And because the virtual programs have been so meaningful and impactful, the urgency is not there to get everyone in person quite as much so as if people were saying, this isn't working, this isn't helping me, I'm not getting my needs met. So we don't actually have a concrete timeline. Our center, I'm actually in our center right now, although it's empty and has been empty since March 12th. Our center will open with just our staff first while we make preliminary plans for a modified program offering in person, and that will be late this summer that I'll even bring the staff back. And then we're just going to have to follow the data as Michigan reopens and what that looks like. We are watching that really closely, and it is more important to us than anything to keep our membership safe and taken care of. And so safety is first. And so we have a plan when we're ready to open to implement to keep people safe in our space, but we don't feel ready to do that even yet.
All right, well, we're going to take a short break and we're going to be back with more from the cancer support community of Greater Ann Arbor. Okay, we're back with Bonnie Dockham, and she was just talking about, how the pandemic has affected the cancer support community, and it's affected one of your big fundraising events that's coming up very soon, the Amazing Race. So can you tell me a little bit about the Amazing Race from years past and how it sort of worked and why it's so important that people take part in it?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Amazing Race is a really unique fundraiser. I've had attendees share with me that it's really one of the most fun fundraisers in our community because it's so different. It's essentially a road rally where teams of 4 get clues and zip around the community to hidden locations. They find that location, and when they get there, they have to do something really silly in order to get their next clue. So it's a combination of a road rally, a scavenger hunt, and sort of a trivia game. And it is all culminated at the end with this really fun, lively party with music and food and silent auction and raffle. And so we've done that for 11 years. And this year it was planned to be May 4th, and which obviously we knew it wouldn't be safe for hundreds of people to gather at that time. And so we decided to move the entire experience to an online experience using an app called Goose Chase. So we essentially took all of those funny and silly activities and brain teaser clues and put them into a virtual platform where people can actually participate in real time. They'll still have to race. They will have to post things on essentially a leaderboard where they'll see the silly activities that their competitors are doing. And it will all be held in real time where teams of 4 can actually log in from 4 different homes. So you don't have to actually be in the same home as the people on your team.
But you can do it all from your house, but you're kind of moving around too while you're in your house.
Yes, in your house. And there's all kinds of silly activities that we'll be expecting you to do within your house that you'll have to either videotape or take a picture of and upload that, and all while you're solving different clues.
And this is an app you put on your phone for it, or?
You put it on your phone or a tablet, and then after you purchase a ticket, we've also lowered the ticket price, so it's $50 per team of 4.
I can actually take us right to that website where you can buy the tickets for it, which this is like how your people should go about doing this, right? They should
Yes.
go buy their tickets in advance, right?
Yes, a2amazingrace.com. Buy your tickets in advance, and then what happens is we will actually put a team into the app that you'll download. When you open the app, your team name will be right there, and you'll click on it on the day of the event at the time, and you will get some welcome messaging from various folks, and then the game will start essentially. Before you actually start the game, you'll get a email with all kinds of instructions of things that you will want to have available to you while you play the game. But it's incredibly easy and intuitive to use. We've practiced it several times. It's a ton of fun, and it's fun to actually build teams that you can compete with, you know, friends that you can compete with even across the country, because you don't have to be local anymore to participate.
Sure. It sounds like a lot of fun. So we were on the website. What was the date of it and the time frame that you have to be doing your virtual Amazing Race?
Yeah, sure. So it's June 27th, and it will start at 4 o'clock. The first mission drops at 4:15, so that's when folks will get their first set of clues, and it ends by 6 o'clock. So if you didn't finish by 6 o'clock, you're certainly not a winner. Yeah. Yes, but some people are incredibly fast with solving these clues. You know, last year we had created the whole route, and we thought that nobody would be back before an hour, and we had a team back like in 50 minutes. So it really just depends on how good you are at solving these brain teasers, how long it takes.
I would be the person that wouldn't be done by 6.
Yeah, I'm not so great at it either. I'm getting better now that I'm used to it.
So is there just one winning team, or is there multiple winning teams? How does that work?
Yeah, so usually we have the top 3, and we give first, second, and third place. And there's beyond bragging rights, we have like a little gift for them.
Sure. Why should people take part in the Amazing Race this year? It sounds like so much fun. It sounds like something that would be a great thing to do from your house and just get your mind off of the current situation that our world is in.
Yeah, it really is fun-loving and silly, and it's a great experience for children and families too together. But beyond that, you know, during this time, obviously, our funding sources have really been cut off in many ways. We have a social enterprise called the Brides Project, where we sell pre-loved or donating wedding gowns. And our shop had to close during that whole entire period. We just reopened, but that's 1/3 of our annual operating budget that shop supplies. So we have taken a financial hit. We are still healthy. We're a healthy organization that had reserves in place to weather a storm like this should it come up. But we want to be able to stay healthy. And so that means continuing a revenue stream. And so by participating in this, you're really helping us, continue the sustainability of our organization long term.
And then, so you talk about, obviously, you can take part in the Amazing Race. You can donate online. There's other ways you can donate to help the cancer support community. And is there also ways to donate supplies and stuff like that if needed?
Absolutely. So there's a donate button right on our website, cancersupportannarbor.org. Every bit helps. We also need supplies all the time. I mean, we're a home-like center, so we provide food, coffee, and now we're looking at a hefty and steady supply of things like hand sanitizer and soap, and so anything like that are really helpful to have. And also gift cards to office supply places where we can get those supplies are really appreciated.
Well, thank you so much, Bonnie, for coming on the show.
I really appreciate you having me and helping spread the word.
For more on this and other programs, visit a2gov.org/CTN. Visit youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor to see all that we have to offer. And remember to like, comment, and share. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time to FYI.